Hi there, Diane Evans here with StampinWithDiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator. So if this is your first time joining me on my YouTube channel, welcome. Thanks for joining me. And if you subscribe to my video channel, you can get, you'll be notified when I do upload videos, and hit that bell, you get notified immediately. So today what I want to do is I want to show you probably two of my favorite things. These new in colors and this Quiet Meadow bundle. It's truly, truly amazing. And then, of course, these brushes, right? So this Quiet Meadow bundle, if you buy it together, you save 10%, which is great because you get this eclectic type stamp pad, which is really kind of cool. But then these dies are really, truly amazing to work with. And then, of course, two of my favorite colors. Like when I say two of my favorite colors, I laugh at myself because are these really my only favorite colors? I have to say that I love 4 and like the 5th new in colors for this year. So we're going to be using Soft Succulent and some accents of Evening Evergreen. Not too much on this particular card, but my idea is to show off both this bundle and also these beautiful, beautiful ink colors. Okay. So I am going to make a card, and it's going to be, we're going to, like I say, use some of the eclectic sort of stuff. I've got my stuff all cut out here, so I'll show you what I'm using. I'm also going to have a link to my blog down below, and at that point you'll see all the measurements in writing. So this is thick basic white. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. I'm just going to go in, and I always fold into the mountain. So let's just go in, fold into the mountain. And I'm going to come in with my bone folder, and I'm going to make sure that I get that good and pressed. All right, and then I also have, this is the Soft Succulent. And this piece is 4 by 5 1/4, and it's just a regular type measurement there for the card front. But let's go ahead and let's stamp some of the inside. So I'm going to come in, I've got my stamps all mounted, and I've got my ink, and like I say, it's an eclectic type stamp set. So I'm just going to go in, and I am just going to go, and let's just go on the inside. Oops. Now I've got some marks on there, and I don't want to have any halo type marks, so I'm just actually going to go and rub that off again. The best way to ink this without getting halos is to ink it on the side like this. You'll see that I'm not getting my halos. So I'm actually going to, I think at this point too, I think I might even stamp off. I'm not sure what I want to do. Let me just bring in a scrap piece of paper. I'm just going to stamp off and just stamp right in this corner right here. And then also, I love this printing. This printing is, it kind of just adds a bit of texture to the card. So let's just see if we've got it going the right way. No, it was the right way. And you know what? I've stamped it off twice. I think I'm just going to go ahead and just use that, just like that. And that kind of gives us that particular look. Now, I love these blending brushes. They come with 3 to a pack. And I say millions of little brushes, but I find it so therapeutic to actually rub those brushes. I don't know why. But anyways, let's go, and let's just put a tiny bit of the green, the Soft Succulent behind as a sponge. And that's kind of giving us the inside of the card. Just going to leave that open. We're going to go ahead and attach this piece here. Oops. Just started this one yesterday. All right. So let's layer this part down. And then we're going to do the stamping and everything else that we have to do with the other piece. Now the other piece is measured at 3 3/4. This is just regular basic white, 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And let's do our stamping on here to begin with. I'm going to go back in with this particular stamp. And I'm going to stamp off a couple of times. I want it quite faint. I'm just going to put that right about there. And then I'm going to come in with my dots. And you know what? I don't need those to be at a different generation. I'm just going to go in. And then I'm also going to go and I'm going to use these words again. So let me just see. I always want to make sure that I've got them going in the right direction. There we go. And then I'm going to take that blending brush again, and I want to actually have it come here where I want to put my feature, my sprigs of stuff. Just want a bit more here. We can just put a bit here. We just want to kind of take that stark whiteness off of here. There we go. And then I want to stamp a sentiment on here. And so I have this piece that's cut out. It's a die. It's from the Meadow dies, and it's stitched. It's beautiful. So what I want to do is I want to go stamp an image. A sentiment on there. So the sentiment I want to use is actually from another stamp set. I just love this sentiment that says, "Many thanks from all of us. Thank you for everything." But I like this one, little card, big thanks. I think that's one of my favorite out of all of them. So let's see. I'm going to hope I get that in the right. I'm going to turn it around. No, I'm going to do it this way. We're going to chance it, right? So let's just go down there. Didn't do too bad with that. And now with the soft succulent, all the new in colors have this beautiful open weave ribbon. It's 3/8 of an inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to weave this through this part here. I'm going to have it attached to the back, and then I'm going to weave it onto the back of that. So I need to bring in my scissors. I'm just going to cut off a piece of this. And we're going to weave that through this part here as well. Now I'm going to close this up. All right, so now we want to make sure that that's even on the back, like it's straight on the back. And then I'm going to put that off to that side. So I think what I'm going to do is just move this just a bit, and I'm just going to put a bit of seal on there so that I can just layer that on there, and then we don't have to pull it. And then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to put this onto the back of this particular card. So I always put my ribbon on with tear and tape, because nothing is worse than it coming off with when it's been sitting around for a while, right? So just come in with you, take your pick tool, and let's just take that part off. And there's something I want to do first before I actually attach the second part. I'm going to come and, let's see, I'm going to want this over to the side here a bit. Oops. Now, because I stuck that down, we're just going to tear that up just for a second. And I just want this off to the side, so I'm just going to, there we go. Now, is that up a little too high? Maybe it's just up a little too high, so let's just move that down. There we go. And there. All right, so what I want on the back of this also is I want to put some dimensionals on there. I really want it to show up so that we can basically, excuse me, so that it can pop up. Now, I don't know where my big dimensionals are. Geez, I'm sure there's a dimensional somebody must be taking the dimensionals. No, I joke because it's me. I use so many dimensionals that... Let's just put them... Now you notice I'm kind of sticking down with the ribbon. Normally if these were the big ones, I would be making sure that they were off on part of it. So let's just go there and put some here as well. Take this one. There we go. And then we're just going to attach this to the back of the card. Take this off. And make sure that it's even. There we go. Now, because I like to do this, and because I want to make sure that it does stick, coming back in with that tear and tape, and I'm going to just secure this down. It's just a preference of mine, but it's not going anywhere now. All right, so now we can go ahead and we can put this onto the front of our card base. And I probably should, although I don't need to. I can trim this ribbon off. So let's see, we'll come in with those scissors again. I have these scissors dedicated just for my ribbon. I don't want to mix them up with my other scissors because it dulls, paper dulls your scissors, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and we can just put that right about like that. And now I have these other two pieces. I'm just going to poke that out there. I have this here. I'm going to put it down here. And then I'm going to pop this one up on top. So I'm just going to come in with my glue. Hopefully I got it primed. There we go. And I want this piece to be down lying flat. I'm not going to glue down at the bottom because I'm going to end up trimming that part off probably. So let's just go in and put that underneath there. So, here we go. And now I'm going to come in with this, and I'm going to use my mini black dimensionals, and I'm going to just attach those onto the back of this particular one here. Black because I've got this dark evening evergreen, and I don't really want it to show up behind. So I'm going to stick one. It should be able to get that there. There we go. And let's just check to make sure. Yeah, it's good. And now I'm just going to go in and put this in here. And we're going to just put this over on this side. And you know, I would have trimmed that off. Let's see. Maybe I can trim that off. I'm not sure if it's really needed. Now I also have... I thought I had with this, I have a little butterfly, and let's go ahead and put that butterfly right there. Now, I still think it needs just a tiny bit of something. So these Genio gems are amazing. They come in the pale papaya, and also I think it's this soft succulent. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to use some of these, and we're just going to, whoops, put some here. We'll put another one just down here. And they have quite a bit of a gold fleck in them, which is kind of pretty. And then I'm just going to put this over there. There we go. So there's my card. I hope you like that. It, like I say, is using the beautiful in colors there, and also using our Meadow bundle. So if you like that, make sure you give me the thumbs up. Also, if you haven't, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I have a very generous reward program, but also I give out tutorials to anybody that does an online purchase. So make sure you check out the link below. It'll give you all the description on the blog. And I thank you for dropping by. Bye for now.